Welcome to Space Channel. At here we have all about space and galaxy. Thank for your watching video. Now we'll find out about the Neptune planet. Dark, cold and whipped by supersonic winds, ice giant Neptune is the eighth and most distant planet in our solar system. More than 30 times as far from the Sun as Earth, Neptune is the only planet in our solar system not visible to the naked eye. The warm light we see here on our home planet is roughly 900 times as bright as sunlight on Neptune. The ice giant Neptune was the first planet located through mathematical calculations. Using predictions made by Urbain Le Verrier, Johann Galle discovered the planet in 1846. The planet is named after the Roman god of the sea, as suggested by Le Verrier. With a radius of 15,299. From an average distance of 2.8 billion miles, 4.5 billion kilometers, Neptune is 30 astronomical units away from the Sun. One astronomical unit, abbreviated as AU, is the distance from the Sun to Earth. From this distance, it takes sunlight 4 hours to travel from the Sun to Neptune. One day on Neptune takes about 16 hours, the time it takes for Neptune to rotate or spin once. Sometimes Neptune is even farther from the Sun than dwarf planet Pluto. Pluto's highly eccentric, oval-shaped orbit brings it inside Neptune's orbit for a 20-year period every 248 Earth years. This means that Neptune experiences seasons just like we do on Earth. However, since its year is so long, each of the 4 seasons lasts for over 40 years. Neptune took shape when the rest of the solar system formed about 4.5 billion years ago, when gravity pulled swirling gas and dust in to become this ice giant. Of the giant planets, Neptune is the densest. Scientists think there might be an ocean of super hot water under Neptune's cold clouds. It does not boil away because incredibly high pressure keeps it locked inside. Neptune does not have a solid surface. Its atmosphere, made up mostly of hydrogen, helium and methane, extends to great depths, gradually merging into water and other melted ices over a heavier, solid core with about the same mass as Earth. Neptune's atmosphere is made up mostly of hydrogen and helium with just a little bit of methane. Neptune's neighbor Uranus is a blue-green color due to such atmospheric methane, but Neptune is a more vivid, brighter blue, so there must be an unknown component that causes the more intense color. These winds whip clouds of frozen methane across the planet at speeds of more than 1,200 miles per hour, 2,000 kilometers per hour. Even Earth's most powerful winds hit only about 250 miles per hour, 400 kilometers per hour. In 1989, a large, oval-shaped storm in Neptune's southern hemisphere dubbed the Great Dark Spot was large enough to contain the entire Earth. That storm has since disappeared, but new ones have appeared on different parts of the planet. Neptune has 13 known moons and one provisional moon that is awaiting official confirmation. Neptune's largest moon, Triton, was discovered on October 10, 1846, by William Lassell, just 17 days after Johann Gottfried Galle discovered the planet. Since Neptune was named for the Roman god of the sea, its moons are named for various lesser sea gods and nymphs in Greek mythology. Triton is the only large moon in the solar system that circles its planet in a direction opposite to the planet's rotation, a retrograde orbit, which suggests that it may once have been an independent object that Neptune captured. Triton is extremely cold, with surface temperatures around -391 degrees Fahrenheit, -235 degrees Celsius. And yet, despite this deep freeze at Triton, Voyager 2 discovered geysers spewing icy material upward more than 5 miles, 8 kilometers. Neptune has 5 known rings. Starting near the planet and moving outward, they are named Galle, Leverrier, Lassell, Arago, and Adams. The rings are thought to be relatively young and short-lived. Neptune's rings also have peculiar clumps of dust called arcs. Four prominent arcs named Libert, Liberty, Eagle-Eye, Equality, Fraternite, Fraternity, and Courage are in the outermost ring, Adams. The arcs are strange because the laws of motion would predict that they would spread out evenly rather than stay clumped together. Scientists now think the gravitational effects of Galatea, a moon just inward from the ring, stabilizes these arcs. The main axis of Neptune's magnetic field is tipped over by about 47 degrees compared with the planet's rotation axis. Like Uranus, whose magnetic axis is tilted about 60 degrees from the axis of rotation, Neptune's magnetosphere undergoes wild variations during each rotation because of this misalignment. The magnetic field of Neptune is about 27 times more powerful than that of Earth. More than 200 years later, the ice giant Neptune became the first planet located through mathematical predictions rather than through regular observations of the sky. Because Uranus didn't travel exactly as astronomers expected it to, French mathematician Urbain-Joseph Leverrier proposed the position and mass of a then unknown planet that could cause the observed changes to Uranus's orbit. Leverrier sent his predictions to Johann Gottfried Galle at the Berlin Observatory, who found Neptune on his first night of searching in 1846. "17 days later, Neptune's largest moon, Triton, was discovered as well. More than 140 years later, in 1989, NASA's Voyager 2 became the first and only spacecraft to study Neptune up close. Voyager returned a wealth of information about Neptune and its moons and confirmed evidence the giant world had faint rings like the other gas planets. Scientists also used the Hubble Space Telescope and powerful ground-based telescopes to gather more information about this distant planet. NASA's Hubble Space Telescope confirmed the presence of a dark vortex in the atmosphere of Neptune. Though similar features were seen during the Voyager 2 flyby of Neptune in 1989 and by the Hubble Space Telescope in 1994, this vortex is the first one observed on Neptune in the 21st century. Neptune's dark vortices are high-pressure systems and are usually accompanied by bright companion clouds, which are also now visible on the distant planet. The bright clouds form when the flow of ambient air is perturbed and diverted upward over the dark vortex, causing gases to likely freeze into methane ice crystals. Dark, cold and whipped by supersonic winds, ice giant Neptune is the eighth and most distant planet in our solar system. More than 30 times as far from the Sun as Earth, Neptune is the only planet in our solar system not visible to the naked eye. In 2011, Neptune completed its first 165-year orbit since its discovery in 1846. Thanks for your watching again. Please like, subscribe to watch more videos, and let your feedback at comment below. Thanks.